I've been being targeted by the United States government since March 2015. And in December 2016, I was in a hospital, and they installed a network of spikes, pins, inside my skull that are capable of delivering puncture wounds to my brain. And what I'm going to do is, beginning on August 1st, 2018, the beginning of next month, I'm going to record a video and upload a video of myself smoking a speck of cannabis leaves. What they programmed this device to do is to deliver a deep puncture wound to my brain anytime I smoke marijuana at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to smoke a speck of marijuana leaves. And I'll upload these videos for as long as I can. And I'm actually going to document my murder at the hands of the United States government on video and upload it to YouTube. They did this to me because I was a writer. Other people, they refer to themselves as targeted individuals. I just say that I'm targeted by the government, a targeted person. So what I'm going to do as I said, I'm going to upload videos of the government literally tearing my brain to pieces. I have not actually consumed marijuana since very, very early on, 2007, about January or February 2017. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to smoke a small little bowl of marijuana leaves, which will trigger the implant, which is torturing me all the time, constantly, with V2K, showing me horrors, controlled dreams of being murdered, controlled heart rate, and other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upload video of my murder at the hands of the American government. And when did I say I was targeted? March 2015. Spikes were installed inside my skull. December 2016. And in the that there are a lot of fucking retards who are in love with Obama and his auxiliaries, and I don't care. Obama, no, see, Bush probably would have done it had the technology existed, but I'm pretty damn sure that this technology did not exist during the Bush administration. But considering Obama, most likely, since I haven't seen very many, or any, actually, I've seen people complaining about them thinking that there are lasers installed in their body that'll paralyze them or something. But there aren't very many. V2K, controlled dreams, and things like that are a lot more common of a complaint from government targeting. And what they've done to me is they've installed spikes inside my skull. I've had a spike sent through my skull in this direction, went straight through this way to about here. From here to about here. Somewhere up in there. Going from here to here. Straight line, that way. I'm not going to go through describing. I've described the symptoms of these attacks on social media already, and I don't really feel like going into it. But what I'm going to do is show you what they do. I mean, I know a lot of you who keep track of these kinds of things believe that Trump is some kind of a white knight. You know what Q said? That bastard Cannon, or QAnon, or whatever the hell his name is, said Gina Haspel is going to, what did she say, find and terminate the classified program. And he's just referring to programming people to carry out mass shootings or whatever. Okay? You know what that sounded like to me when I read it? That sounded like there's going to be a massive fucking cover-up, and nobody's going to be helped who's been targeted by the government, and nobody's going to be held accountable for what they've done. I know I'm being tortured beyond belief. And a lot of other people are as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to show you. You have to understand this. You have to understand this. I'm actually going to show you almost live. I mean, the videos are live when I create them, and then I'll put them on the internet later on. But I'm actually going to show you in real time murder at the hands of the United States government, its own citizens. I was born in Louisiana. I'm an American citizen. Okay? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. I'm gonna upload videos of the government killing me for your digestion. You can like disseminate, and then you can read the obituaries. They'll probably say something fucking retarded, I'm sure. My name is Daniel Cole. Daniel Cole. Daniel Stephen Cole. Okay? I live in Florida. April 16th, 93. It's my birthday. You'll be able to find the obituaries whenever the government kills me. I won't be around to see it, but I am curious to see what they say the cause of death was. I mean, my life's been ruined as it is, you know. I mean, even if I manage, I've got some kind of 30,000 volt EMP piece of crap in the back room of my house here, and I don't know that. Fuck it. I've been poisoned with drugs from the government. I've been poisoned with yeah. They've installed technology in my body. I mean, up and down my spinal cord and inside my skull. Pokers. I think they called the one in my spine a quad button. Like, they really do find it funny. They do. They do. First time I was spiked in my head, okay, I was just sitting in the middle room of my house, and all of a sudden I felt a click, and I sort of, see, because the brain doesn't have nerve endings. So I sort of heard and felt a click, and it entered my brain near the top of my head here, and the room sort of bubbled, fishbowl sort of vision. My palms got really sweaty, and I do remember a little bit of panic, because at this point I knew there was something in my body, and it was playing a sort of game with me. But I stood up. By the time I just 2 or 3 steps entered the hallway, and I melted. I sort of collapsed to the floor, and all the strength drained out of my body, and my vision went black. And within a few seconds, I stood back up and made it to my front door, and then I collapsed again in the same sort of way. And the implant was telling me to surrender on side of the highway. So I went out to the side of the highway, and my family tried to stop me, and I said if I went back into my house, and they would terminate me. The implant via V2K said this to me. Now, I stood on side of the highway. I live in Fountain, Florida. There aren't very many people where I am. I moved out of Panama City in the summer of 2015, I believe. Now, I was standing on side the highway, and it told me to hold my arms high in the air, like Superman, in order to, they claim, make sure that I wasn't armed with any guns, which they knew I wasn't. They were just trolling me for the purpose of tormenting me more. So I stood from about 10 o'clock at night to about 8 something in the morning with my hands as high as I could in the air. It made me take my jacket off. It was freezing cold. In Florida, yeah, it was cold. So I stood there shivering all night until a police truck and police car pulled up on the side. I just ran, but both of them at the same time just pulled up and decided to drive me to a detainment facility, which they call life management. And they kept me there not for 72 hours, they kept me there about a day and a half, and then sent me home. This is coming from somebody that actually told a cop that they're going to, there's a, you have to understand the absurdity here, okay? You tell a cop who tells a mental processing and detainment facility. Okay, that's what I call the place. It's what it is. I don't know what they call it. They call it like a crisis center or some shit. Anyway, I tell this cop, because he tries to bring me into his car. And I say, no. No, I can't get in your car because it's telling me if I get in your car, then it's going to terminate me. And he's like, okay, well, we'll put you in the other one. Part 2 is coming up soon.